God, you know I believe in everything you do, even though I don't see. Faith is all I have, and it is in your hands. I surrender now. I surrender to you. I surrender to you, God. I surrender to your heart. I surrender to you now. All the things that you do for me. And all the things that you do for me. Beautiful mornings in Dubai. I gotta say, man, I'm feeling really light. I don't feel that burden anymore. I don't feel the stress. Feels good. Really good. I haven't slept yet. So, I haven't slept, but I'm not tired. Started my work day at about 6:15 p.m. my time. I ended at 6:15 a.m. I felt amazing the whole time. Got so much done. Got most of my stuff done, actually, which is epic. I'm excited now that I'm leaving this week. I already found my dream home in Mexico that I know I'm going to stay at. Planning to have everything moved there as soon as possible, so I'm ready for my challenge. Just overall, though, feeling good, man. It's really crazy how quick when you detach, things start to just feel instantly better and things are working for you. There's a song I wrote last year this time. I remember I told you guys as well, part of the big challenge here is that last year this time I pretty much ruined everything I built. It was really tough. But this time, last year, I wrote this song. I wrote the song that was kind of like a meditation for me, a prayer. It's called Faith. I wrote the lyrics based on what spoke to me that gave me hope to keep going forward, the faith that I needed to keep going forward. And every time I was in uncertain times at that time, what I would do is I'd sing it, and I'd sing it like a prayer. Because the lyrics with the affirmation I was putting in my subconscious mind that this is all going to work out. So I've been singing it all morning. I've been singing it all morning because I really do feel it's all going to work out. Exactly the way it's supposed to. Maybe not the way I thought. Maybe not even the way I want. Exactly the way it's supposed to. The song is called Faith. Some of you have probably heard it on my Instagram when I sang it. I still have like replays on my Instagram singing, but I love it because of what the meaning of the lyrics are. And whenever I sing it, I feel powerful again. I feel strong. I feel a sense of strength for handling the things going on in my life. Here's how the song goes. All the things that you do for me, God, you know I believe in everything you do, even though I don't see. Faith is all I have, and it is in your hands. Whoa, I surrender now. All the things that you do for me, God, you know I believe in everything you do, even though I don't see. Faith is all I have, and it is in your hands. Whoa, I surrender now. I surrender to you. I surrender to you, God. I surrender to your heart. I surrender to this now. All the things that you do for me, and all the things that you do for me. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I said I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I said, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I said, I'm sorry. And please forgive me. I love you. Thank you so. All the things that you do for me. God, you know I believe in everything you do, even though I don't see. Faith is all I have, and it is in your hands. Whoa, I surrender now. My hunger for you grows strong every day. I need you right now to lead the way. My hunger for you grows strong every day. I need you right now to lead the way. My hunger for you grows strong every day. I need you right now to lead the way. My hunger for you grows strong every day. I need you right now to lead the way. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I said I'm sorry. And please forgive me. I love you. Thank you so. And that is the song I like to sing in times of uncertain times.
Think of seeking others' approval, yours, mine, anyone else's team, stops him from being confident. Stops him from succeeding.
So, we're sitting here talking about an exciting change we're making in our business where we are moving our entire program for the new version of our program that we tripled the price for to a whole new platform with incredible amounts of support, streamlined ways of getting your stuff reviewed, getting the help you need, getting the trainings, and we're just giving all the trainings we've ever made for scaling to 7 figures. And we're going to give it to these new clients, and we're really excited. That's why I couldn't sleep last night. I just did it all nighter because I was just up working on it, and I'm like, it's going to change the game, man, for us. It's going to be the best offer we've ever had, best product we've ever had. Super excited. All right, where are we?
Biometrics.
All these physical metric things, man. I just want a resident card, bro. When do we go to the bank?
At 2 p.m.
No sleep's starting to finally hit me. Check this out, guys. Look at that skyline. I don't know if they can see the skyline from here, though.
No photography.
What's that?
No photography. It's a government building.
No photography. Gotta go, guys. No sleep is hitting me hard. I feel like an idiot, by the way, because I said, "Oh, how much of these physicals do I gotta do? Biometrics." Then I realized biometrics is fingerprints. I thought I had to do more blood. Clearly, I don't know how this stuff works. Where are we at, Imad?
Dubai Mall.
We're back. We were here before, right?
Yep. We've been here like twice now.
Twice. So, are we gonna go check out the Avengers store?
Yes.
All right. Since we're leaving early, there's also an amusement park. We gotta go to that park.
I have to go.
We're gonna go to the amusement park. I promise you guys we will.
Today if you're free.
100% we will. I mean, I don't know if I want to go today. I'm like, literally, no sleep. But we're gonna go check out the. We're gonna go check out the Avengers store. It's gonna be really good.
Taking a videos. For what purpose you are taking a videos?
I'm a vlogger.
Please do not make a vlog.
My brother.
It's not allowed.
What's not allowed?
It's not allowed.
What?
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allow I'm in the Lego store and look what I run into. It's a full life-size Darth Vader. It's a Darth Vader Lego. Crazy. And right next to it, this is pretty epic. A full Lego Batman life-size. That's pretty epic. Check this out. What is that? Is that Lego?
Yeah, it's all Lego.
Dude, you know you gotta buy that, right? How much is this? Excuse me?
Cannot find it.
How much is this? How much?
1550.
What is that?
Yeah.
$400?
$400. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. That's his favorite movie. That's pretty epic, guys. It's all Lego made. Next level. You even got some Mickey Mouse over there. Oh, Lego. Look at this. You got Venom. That's pretty cool. That's next level, though. Those life-size Legos. Guys, we're here to buy our tickets for Black Panther or Wakanda Forever. Now. Days in advance. That's how you get it done, guys.
Okay. We have
Right
2
there.
a.m. it
Wakanda
starts.
Forever. I'm not watching a movie at 2 a.m., man.
That's the best time to watch.
Technically,
When I do the work.
yeah, technically, no, but we could do it in the middle of the afternoon. You don't want to do that?
We'll wake up in the
Can,
afternoon.
can we do like 1 a.m. then? Is there a 1 a.m.?
1:30.
1:30.
1:30 a.m.
1:30.
What's earlier than that? What's earlier than that?
1 o'clock.
Platinum suite. Bro, whoa. We got platinum suites. What's platinum suites? Does that mean like a couple were in one tiny, like a couple's retreat?
Joe, we need to get to another.
He didn't even want to get a massage with me in the same room. I don't think he's going to want to watch a whole movie with me like that. Lauren, if you're watching, you got a loyal man.
So, it's only Platinum Street.
It's 1 o'clock.
I'm down. That sounds sick.
1:15. This
Oh, wait,
one.
what about Anthony? What about Shaboobs?
Yeah. Can we get for 3?
3 people?
1 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, but is how many people are in there?
So they're like,
2 at a time. So Shaboobs won't be with us.
okay, 1 person.
Well, there's only 3 spots left anyways. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. Or we
Um,
can just get this one, the normal theater. That,
yeah, I feel like I want to hear other people screaming.
yeah.
I want to get to this one.
I don't know. That sounds cooler.
What do you get in this?
Only ticket 1
Guys, check this out.
Okay, but what does that come with? It's Platinum Suites. What is it? what is it?
suites.
o'clock.
Normal.
شوف بس شو يسمونه المنيو
Squeenex. Dine-in cinema, bro. You got a table in front of you over here
Huh?
to eat food.
different for the menu and there is a blanket.
Okay, so do you get food along with it?
No, it would be separate.
Separate.
Can't wait to watch this movie, man. I guess so the secret to low performance is to eat McDonald's. No, but for real, I haven't had McDonald's in years. So the secret to high performance is that as much as you zig, sometimes you need to zag so that you can get the balance. Check this out. You got the famous fake fries. This literally tastes like cardboard. And this is called a chicken mac. It's a Big Mac, but chicken. Pretty gnarly. And it's your first time having McDonald's in a while, eh?
Like 3 years.
Damn. Same for me, man. Years. Made up my mind, going to Mexico, found the place that will also, I'm aiming to have the Christmas party for everyone to come over. It's a big enough place where it's pretty much, it's a villa. So it's a villa in Placar. It's amazing.
Yeah, so guys, so it's my birthday.
All right.
That's why I was
So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Look how shit this is. Look at this shit show. Happy birthday to you. Happy dear Ella. Enjoy your birthday.
Guys,
How slow do you guys sing happy birthday? It's not a funeral, Mom.
You need to have a workflow. Listen to me.
Yeah.
A person's efficiency is equivalent to how well you're able to clearly lead them. In salsa, The dance is only as good as how clear the leader is in the moves and the steps that they're taking. It's not salsa that's the problem. It's the dancer. So I might give you a dance partner right now, but if you can't clearly lead, he's going to step on your foot. And I don't want to hear anything about this. So there's only one way you do this properly. One is you have this whole week, the next 4 or 5 days. I want to see how much you can get done, how much progress can be made, and if it's an actual smart move to not only give you a full-time VA, but also to give you maybe Ashwin. So Ashwin, you do your talent and hear what you need and build a structure around what you need to get done and systematic approach to everything. Naomi, make sure you're very clear on what needs to be done.
And then obviously the Homeless Millionaire daily vlog that's going out. So the THM, are you going to still continue recording this while
Yes.
in Mexico?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but it's gonna stay Homeless Millionaire. Look, it might turn into like, you know, a high ticket millionaire. Who cares? Yeah, bro. Just every investment you put into more editors that can start pumping out videos is gonna be worth it. One's doing YouTube videos from Facebook Lives. One's doing the Mastermind. One's doing our FHL. Like it's good. Like start building a machine for content creation and just direct it.
Yeah.
Your job is to quality control. Like teach them how to know how to edit something well. So your ability to transfer your skills and talent is going to be what makes you very successful here. And then manage their pipeline. So you give them deadlines, you give them projects, and you go, I want this delivered by this time. It's all your job, bro. It's much harder to do that than it is to edit the videos yourself, but it's also a different skill. So you got to learn that.
How can I help her think better in terms of what she's creating and not being complacent?
Care about her.
Okay.
Listen, it's very simple. She wants to get paid more because she's been doing a lot of work, but her work isn't meeting standards or deadlines. So just because she's overextending, like she's exhausted from working, she thinks she's entitled to more pay, and it's not about how exhausted you are, because that means the guy who's panting the hardest in the marathon should win the first place because he's about to die in cough of blood. But it's the guy who ran,
Good point.
right? So it doesn't matter how hard you're working; it matters what you do from that. So it's very simple. We just removed all the workload except things that she knows that she wants to do, which is editing videos, teasers, and that's it. And so she's getting the same amount of money for less work now. So she got a raise. What is missing is a morale. Employee morale, bro, is like how good they feel being here. I think we just do a one-on-one call with her to see how she's doing. You know, like hear her out, elevate her. Like, you know, you're so lucky to have her. She's very good at what she does. And you'd be like, I want to help you make more money here. I've been working with my cousin for a long time. I know how to help you with this. But I need you to pursue. Like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Just tell me. Because you know right now, Armin could have tons of other people that could be here that might want your spot. So if you're unhappy, tell me. But if there's a way we can make you happy, let's do that. So I think she needs some of that right now because all we're doing is putting more pressure on her. Like, we're treating her like, you'll get it done. But that hasn't worked. She's a little burnt out, I think, emotionally, not physically. So one call, bro, 20 minutes, I think you'll elevate her spirit.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. Thank you.
Again, I think two things you can do. The thing is, just as your team member. One is have a touch point with her. 20 minutes. Hey, man, I really care about you here. You've been here for a long time. What's going on? Try to pull it out of her. What's going on? Tell me. Let her vent a little, man. Maybe she just got to get it out. She has to do it to someone that feels like is hearing her. Second is this. After you've done that, just get on 45-minute call with her. Watch her edit. Simple, bro. One time you do this, all these problems are fixed. You know what? In those 45 minutes, you'll see all the things she's doing wrong. If she's making shit up, or if genuinely you're seeing the problem. Then you'll know how to fix this. We can't make assumptions, guys. The way we help people get better is by accurately knowing what the problem is. Because it's not all these theoretical speculations of what issues are. This is all, it's guessing. We don't have to gamble here when we have intelligence.
Yeah.
We don't have to guess this shit, man. Just get on and watch her. It's very simple. I'm telling you, you might think you don't have time for this. But everyone here, when you're managing people,
That's a good thing.
when you manage people, the biggest objection is I don't have time to do that. And so you default, and I've done it so many times. You default to like just get it done, and then you get resentful when they don't get it done the way you want it because you never spent any time looking to see if they're getting it done properly. And I realized this, bro. It only really takes one time shadowing them to fix 90% of the issues. So you gotta look at this. You don't have the time not to do this because costing you all this turnaround time and revision time because you don't do this once. It's a pretty good exchange if you think about it. Even 1 hour on Zoom with her will fix you tens of hours of deadlines missed. So like now my team will come to me, all these ideas, grand ideas, this, we should do this. And my initial thing is it's a bad idea. Let's disprove it. Because before it would be like everything's a good idea, try to disprove it. So like, it's funny because like I was saying, I used to take it personal, thinking like he just doesn't support me or believe in me, but no, he was being strategic.
Right.
He was actually being more mature than I was, and now my maturity makes me realize that I appreciate it. In other words, like the best way to actually be smart and intelligent in decision making with ideas is you don't go, it's a good idea, let's find out why. You say it's a bad idea, let's find out why. And if you can't find out why it's a bad idea, it's probably a good idea.
Right.
There's a, I don't know if this is from a movie or from a real company or is a movie based on a real company. One of those things, I watched it a long time ago, but it always stuck to my mind of what this guy says. He says, every time this company takes on new projects and like new things, there'll be like 1,000 people who will be, working to make this project work, to make it happen. But there'll always be this one person who's going to, his whole work is to prove that this won't.
Right. His job is the
His job day in and day out is to come and tell why this won't.
And if it fails, that's a good thing. That's like how I think now. I don't even know when it happened. You just like, when did that transition happen for you? After you lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
Until you lose everything, you feel like you're invincible.
Right.
It's the equivalent of a driver behind a high-speed car with no hands on the wheel and a blindfold. Just because they haven't crashed yet, they think they're doing things right.
Right.
But the moment they crash, now they question everything they thought they knew, everything about themselves. And only under that questioning does the mind surrender and opens up. That's the only passage where wisdom comes through.
Right, because most often it takes the breakdown or something breaking in order for people to see a new way. Because if you don't fail, you think everything you're doing is right.
In other words, back in the day, the dynamic was I hadn't lost everything enough yet. Mm-hmm. So he was still being the guy like, like this is going to crash unless we disprove it. Mm-hmm. Unless we prove it won't. And I'd be like, no, bro, I've never crashed. Trying to drive the point of everything having to always be positive in and of itself is a little bit naive because you're discounting half of the universe. Half of existence is a balance of negative and positive ions. Like there's proton, there's electron. So it's the spiritual person is prepared because the spiritual person has acceptance of natural law that for every one side there is another side. For a rainy day, there's sunny day.
If there's good people, there's bad people.
For summer, there's a winter. For make money, there's a lost money. There's a good for every good person, a bad person. The most spiritual person, the true spiritual person, is cognitive and completely aware and acceptance of all of it.
Yeah.
That's how you know if a person's
I think that's true.
This is going down a rabbit hole now.
That's true.
Then what?
Would you say there's a negative emotion and a positive emotion?
There's, I think, uncomfortable emotion and there's comfortable emotion. I think there's decreasing emotion, increasing emotion, elevating emotion, and deflating emotion.
So would you say
that there's bad feeling emotions and good feeling emotions? Whether it's bad or good is completely subjective. Mm-hmm. I could say this food is bad, you can say this food is good. There's no actual one definition for what that means. We both define something different. I can say this food makes me feel bad. You could say this food makes you feel good. Again.
No, but the emotion is different. So you can't say sad is a happy emotion.
You just said
it's not a positive.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
No. You can't say sad feels good, which isn't true. Sad does feel good sometimes when you release it. Angry does feel good sometimes because you feel empowered. Mm-hmm. Fear does feel good sometimes because you're awake.
And it also depends on what is used out of it, because something negative can happen, which is still perspective, that leads to something good.
I feel like there's like this whole thing that even feeling these kind of emotions is coming out of a place of fear or like not right. Because you're always trying to be having peace of mind. So you're like, hey, if you really believe that everything's going to be all right, then how can you be stressed? How can you ever feel uncomfortable?
So peace of mind or positive mental attitude is not that you're always positive about. It's not that always positive things happen.
No, I'm not saying that. But the expectation of always having peace of mind, not feeling stressed, not feeling any bad emotion, that seems unreal.
But that's what I'm saying. Is you define positive as a positive, like as a happy statement all the time.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
Would you say stress is positive?
You're trying to label states of mind and emotions with an attitude. The attitude is positive mental attitude. It's a positive attitude
doesn't always sound happy.
Right.
It sounds optimistic.
I mean,
There's a
again,
difference.
like stress
I'm
can
not
be
talking
something.
about that.
No, but
I'm
what I'm saying is
talking
this: it's not that positive sounds positive. It could be positive. Could be framed in a negative sentence.
Mhm.
When I used to when I was fucked up like 2 years ago, I was telling myself like things are shit right now, but I'm gonna fix it. See, the tone is very positive, isn't it? But I said very negative thing, didn't I? So negative doesn't. Positive doesn't mean you're never negative. It means you always have positive.
Yeah,
outlook
but I'm
on it.
not talking about
What are you
positive
talking
gratitude. Let's say, do you believe it's possible to achieve like peace of mind forever?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So when you have peace of mind forever, is it possible to feel stressed?
You could feel it.
It doesn't mean you have
See,
to
that
react to it.
confuses me.
No, but
no, I think
hold
the
on,
thing is,
I got
feel
this.
it.
I got this. You're saying that permanent peace of mind
It means you can't have
is
it.
equivalent to elimination of all bad feelings.
Yes.
He's saying, do you believe, like backtrack what he just asked, do you believe, better keep it simple, do you believe you could be have peace of mind permanently?
Mhm.
Meaning that there is a state you can reach, not a state because that's temporary. There is a point you can reach where you never feel anything but peace anymore. That was his question. I answered yes.
Mhm.
That would mean that I believe there is a way for at some point to do something or somehow to always have a permanent, unconscious, automatic state of peace no matter what happens. Okay,
Good or bad?
good or bad. So now he goes, so when you feel stressed, what does that, can you feel stressed if you're like this? And I said,
In the if you're having complete peace of mind, can you feel stressed during that time? That's my question.
but it's because you're saying that some event happening outside of your control is a contradiction or it's a proof that the habit you built is no more. Like, do you believe you can learn how to drive and never forget forever? Do you believe once you learn how to drive, can you ever forget?
I don't know.
No. Think about it.
Like
You-
I thought, like what if
Do you
like, I
believe
don't
right now
drive
if
for 30 years, maybe something like that.
Will you forget how to drive? Honestly.
No.
Okay, no.
Not unless I have like some special.
Amnesia, durable. We're not putting
Yeah.
special conditions in this example.
Yeah.
So do you believe now that you know how to drive that you can? If there's ever a point where you won't know how to drive anymore,
No, I know how.
you won't forget, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you developed a habit to the level of unconscious competence is it built inside your subconscious. You can't remove anymore. Okay, watch this. Positive mental attitude or peace of mind, if practiced enough, I do believe, reaches an unconscious level of competence where everything in your outlook that your mind operates through seeing is always peaceful outlook. No matter what happens, is good. If it became an automatic habit, no different than how you drive, yes, I believe that even if stress came in, you wouldn't even notice the stress. You might just get very
Okay, so
excited.
that means at that point there is no stress.
Right, because stress is now
that
perceived.
means that means
But it
there
also,
is-
again, there's a lot of subjectiveness because something that seems as stressful can be not stressful to someone else.
That's what we
Yeah.
just proved.
Right.
That what you're saying, you're counting as a absolute factor, which is stress, is the same thing to everyone. But the same feeling and sensation of stress could be in both of us, but we have completely different definitions of it, isn't it? This is what I'm saying. And if you reach an unconscious competent level with the mental attitude to the point where permanently your subconscious is fixed on this kind of wave thinking, you won't even
you
notice that.
cannot feel stress then.
No. You'll feel it, but it's not stress anymore, is it? What is it? Excitement, uncertainty. Doesn't feel bad to you. It feels sensational. It's no different than when I see like Sadhguru, like monks sitting there, mystics. They'll be cold, but they don't feel cold. Like you're telling me when you're, having a fun time. You just feel like there's dancing on your skin. We're both feeling cold though. One could be freezing, other one could be dancing with the wind. So I do believe you could reach. That's what monk.
Okay, so for me that answer is if you can achieve peace of mind like that, then you can't feel stress.
Right.
Because what stress means to me now is not the same thing. So that's not stress.
And here's my proof. I believe Satish is that way. I've known him 4 years. It would be odd for me to imagine him stressed. I can't even. I'm like, what would a Satish stress look like? I can't. President of Think Rich for a reason, bro. I think he's at a level of automatic habit. Outlook of life. He's confused when he hears that people are stressed. Confused. Doesn't understand.
Yeah.
You're also 68, 69 years old. He's had to spend a long time on developing this. So yeah, there is a point you reached there, bro. Because here's my devil's advocate perspective of this. Who's to say that the way you already think about stress and bad feelings is just not that automatic thing you've already built in? You're assuming that there's some different thing beyond what reality already is, and that's not normal. And you're saying, is that possible? I'm saying, well, how do you not know that what you think is normal is just something you've automatically built as habit? So imagine, as convinced and real and obvious it seems to you to have stress, imagine that's exactly what it feels like, but you have peace.
I do feel like I used to be a lot stressed, like a lot. Over the last few years, I felt like it's just everything's numb.
It's not numb.
But see, that's the word I
phase
know how to like.
Not
I just,
numb.
like, yeah,
It doesn't phase you.
yeah. Like I feel like nothing actually.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you went to the gym right now, you picked a 5-pound dumbbell, you did 100 reps with it, right? You didn't feel anything?
Yeah,
Maybe some not. Yeah, I repped it.
100.
Well, if you did 10 reps, I'm saying.
No,
You don't feel anything. Is your muscle numb?
no.
Why don't you feel anything?
I've lifted that way more.
Way too light for you to understand. Same way, the weight of negative emotion when you have a positive mental attitude permanently. It's so
That's a
light.
fucking good analogy.
It's so light like a feather. You don't feel it.
Yeah,
You think it's numb. You just doesn't phase. you.
Right,
So
you just
below
develop
you.
the strength of it, the muscle.
It's so below you in frequency, you don't even notice it anymore. No different than we cannot see the vibration, ultraviolet light. Frequency so high. We're too heavy. You can't see it. So yeah, bro, if you really understand the point now and the power of the mind, there's a level you can take your mind in habitual thinking. The frequency of your thinking is so high you can't see physically anymore. I used to teach this to like millionaires that were depressed and empty inside. I would tell them, I'm like, see, our whole life we've been taught how to fail and how to be limited. We've been taught to operate in a world of limitation.
Yeah.
So when we break out of it, we freak the fuck out. We go empty inside because no one ever taught us how to operate with zero limitation. So it's a very scary feeling because you don't know what to do with it. It feels nothing like limitation. I give him the example of a bird grows up in a cage. It only knows the 4 walls of the cage.
Right.
You take that bird its whole life. One day open the cage and you store it into the sky.
Won't know what to do.
It won't know what to do. It will fly in circles or fly into things. In fact, it'll probably fly into something just to get back familiar with what he knows, a limitation, a wall. Because it does not know what to do with a boundless reality. It doesn't know where to fly. It has no direction. That's the equivalent of every person's mind who breaks out of poverty, breaks out of criticism, breaks out of fear, but never was trained on how to handle it. This is what I think what Think and Grow Rich really does, is it shows you how to conquer poverty. So then when you have a free mind, you can actually build something. My personal opinion, when I started learning Outwitting the Devil and I started to understand this very well, my personal opinion that the only people who are truly making a real impact in the world, that actually I believe is not selfish motive for them to do it, it's genuinely, they're like a vessel for doing things for others, are people that have built an operating system with no limitation. I believe they really have no limitations problem anymore. That's why they've been qualified to lead.
Right.
And it's all the people who are still in limitations teaching the other birds in the other cages how to
Stay within the cages.
Yeah.
Those people are not qualified to lead. In other words, it's not that I have no problems happening. That's what makes me unqualified. Makes me qualified. It's that my operating system, my mind, is in such a permanent state that I don't even notice the problem anymore. Those people really, I feel like the Tony Robbins, I actually think they reach such a level of nirvana, like state of mind, it's impossible for them to ever go back. So I do believe there's a state. I haven't reached it, but I've been in states almost like that, like when you're very consciously intact with your mind in the present moment, you actually do feel a very strong force field that only anything inside the bubble is what you're experiencing and is positive. But then you can snap out of it. But I do think there's a place where it's unconscious, where you don't even notice anymore, to the fact that you might actually be confused walking on the street if someone's being anything other than peace. You'll be, what is that? It's almost like you have to relearn how to be stressful again. I do think you can get to that point.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to believe that though. Yeah.
Well, just think of it like, get to the point where you know how to drive the car. You know how to operate peacefully.
I believe change is possible. I don't think I've exposed to
Well, think about
things like as much as you have. So I don't know how much of a change a human mind has.
Think about the most greatest example that we just went through. If I had not a positive attitude, only because I learned to detach and go zen like a couple days ago, the mind has the power to magnetize any thought, any belief, push the subconscious mind, and push it to that infinite intelligence source, and recreate back in your life, internally and externally, all forms of validation of what you think.
Right.
So, like, genuinely, when the person asks me, like, what do you believe? I'm like, it doesn't matter. What matters is, that I believe it.
Yeah.
Now you want to take it one step deeper? This is why the mentorship is invaluable. Because I used to give that example. I go, if I give Think and Grow Rich to a kid in Africa or to somewhere in a third world country where they had no water or food growing up, they're going to use the philosophy of success to generate food every day. Give the same book to the Prince of the Sheikh of Dubai. He'll try to take over the world. Same exact philosophy. But because the perceptual bias of what they're looking for as they read it and how they define what these things are, no one person can actually truly understand the definition or the meanings of Think and Grow Rich until when you have a mentor that actively is balancing out your perceptions of something. And again, based on what? If I think Satish is the true meaning of thing, I'm really just seeing Satish's meaning of Think and Grow Rich. So at that point, just pick and choose. Whose mindset do you like the most? That you feel like will get you the most? And then that's where we come up with the egotistical way of defining who to listen to based on people who have what you want.
Yeah.
Because the only way to really discriminate between who you should listen to and not listen to, because if they have what you want, they likely have the mindset that will get you to where you want to be.
Right.
So now, even though you're not getting the true aspect of any one thing, even Napoleon, we're getting Napoleon's biased perception of exactly what success meant based on his intake for 20 years of what he saw. And it wasn't. It was something he observed. Point is, you can't read a fucking book and get the same results as having someone mentor you as
Do you believe Napoleon Hill, if he was alive today, Napoleon Hill, if
You'd have a different
he would have a different meaning of everything compared to what we know.
of everything.
Oh.
Everything would be completely different meaning. Same principles, completely different way to define them.
Interesting.
$7 a.m. Still haven't slept. And this is after a day where I didn't sleep. I took about maybe a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day. So I'm running on 3 hours of sleep for 48 hours. And I've spent about 3 hours editing some cool things into the vlog I really wanted to show. Yeah. Somehow, just from managing my mind better, even though I'm working more now, I feel very calm, very peaceful. I feel good.
You put so much energy into them. I just wanted to go.